Greater Manchester Police Museum. My name's Helen and I'm the Education Officer, and today we're going to be having a look at a bit of our handling collection. We're going to be looking at what an early police officer would have been given. These early police officers were called peelers, after Sir Robert Peel, who formed the police force. So, if you were a peeler, you would have been given quite a few different things. You would have been given some handcuffs, for example, and they would have looked like these here. These are called snaps, and they open and close just like that. The idea was the police officer would hold on to this side and the person under arrest, their wrist would go in this side. Now then, I know what you're thinking. There are a few design flaws with these because only one wrist is put in them. The officer holds on to the other side. So the person under arrest still has a free hand. So if they get any ideas about escape, they can try to do that with their free hand. However, the police officer sees that happening, what they'll do is they will twist these against the person's wrist, against those two bones there. And that will really, really hurt, meaning that they forget the idea of running away and escaping. They're made from metal and they're really quite heavy. But as a starting point, they are your handcuffs, called snaps. And early peelers were also given one of these. This is a rattle or a rick, and it's a way of communicating. The idea is if you need any help or any assistance, you would make a noise with this. Now then, if you don't like loud noises, now is the moment to turn down your volume. Are you ready? Just like that. Not the easiest thing to do, but as you can tell, incredibly, incredibly loud. And this could be heard about 400 yards away. And it would take you maybe about 7 minutes to walk that far, just to give you an idea of how far away this could be heard. It's made from wood and it would be carried in the officer's belt. But do be careful, because if you were a peeler and you were panicking and you really needed help in a hurry, if you weren't, like I said, careful, you could smack yourself in the head with this when you spun it round. So remember a bit of health and safety. Do be careful if you are using your rattle or your rick to ask for help. The next thing an officer will be given is one of these. Now then, what do you think this could be? Now, if you said camera, I can see why you said camera. You've got a big lens there. But this is not a camera. This is a lamp, an oil lamp. So inside, where your oil would go, you would have a flame there. Then the light from that flame would shine through the lens here so that you could see where you were going and what you were doing. But if you wanted to sneak up on somebody, you wouldn't have to blow out your light. You could just turn the top like that and block it from going through. So now no light can escape. So you can sneak up on somebody and then very quickly at the last minute, turn it back round, turn your lamp on, just like that. This, again, was carried on the officer's belt. It would go through the back like that. It is very heavy, it's made from metal with a flame inside. So when metal gets hot, it gets really hot. So at the back here, you would have a piece of leather to protect the officer's trousers. However, there are still stories of officers running with their lamp, falling and tripping, landing on it and setting their trousers on fire. So you would still have to be really, really careful with your lamp. And the final bit of kit that you would be given is one of these. This is called a truncheon, and it's made from wood, and it's the one thing a police officer would be given to protect themselves with, if they needed to. So you've got a strap on this side so that it wouldn't get pulled out of your hand. And this would always live in its own special pocket. You wouldn't just walk around with this all the time. No, if it was not in use and you did not need it, it went in its pocket. Originally, this pocket was in the tail of your coat, and then it moved to the trousers. And the reason why you keep this out of sight, unless you need it, is because these early police officers were not meant to look anything like the army, the military. Now, the army has weapons. The police does not. So these are kept out of sight unless you really need to use it to keep yourself safe. So that is the equipment that an early police officer, a peeler, would have been given. So if you have any questions about anything you've seen today, then please do let us know. I hope you enjoyed this quick little adventure into our handling collection, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye!